And hello and welcome to Brazil. We're here after a short practice session. It's a little bit damp. Hartwig again, a 5-place grid penalty ruins his chances of becoming champion even more here tonight. And a little bit of a damp qualifying. It's going to be a dry race, so look forward to that as we're about to get underway for Q2 and see if it's a bit damp. And it's still very damp. There you go. It's still very damp. It's intermediates here on circuit. And we got 14 drivers in here at the moment. So, about to get things set here for Q2. Wednesday night. As I just tag everybody. So it'll be interesting to see if these conditions will fall away or if they won't. So we'll wait and see what that may do. The drivers making their way out here for the final Q2 on the Wednesday night season. A bit of a wet circuit here at Brazil. It's going to be a dry race, so it'll be interesting to see what if the dry condition. Sorry, not the dry condition. What the dry conditions will do in terms of everyone's strategy. What everyone may do, what everyone may not do. It'll be interesting to see because honestly, here the soft medium is just better. In my opinion, I feel like. Yes, I know, Hartwig. I already said that about 10 minutes ago. I literally saw when you got it. I've been reading the chat. Here, medium to soft. I mean, medium soft is not a bad strategy to be on, but you need to really be on it on that medium stint because you're going to lose time. That's the thing about doing medium to soft around here, is that you're going to lose time in valuable parts because the softs are going to be such a good consistent tyre around here for a certain amount of laps. For a certain amount of laps, you're going to have good consistency. Starting on the soft tyres. But then, of course, when you go on those softs at the end, you have to rely on your speed and getting through the field and be in the right place at the right time. That's the thing. The interesting thing about these wet conditions is just freeing up some tyres for everybody. That's pretty much what it's doing. It's freeing up some tyres. Freed up a couple of soft tyres, which, if there is a safety car, will help a few drivers, no doubt about it. Unknown if this is going to go throughout the session, as Krudakama almost does the Max Verstappen, and he'll cross the line and we'll do a 1:18.855. That's the first lap here done. Pinju with an 18.0. But yeah, Brazil, it's just you have to get it right, and strategy around here can be fascinating. Because around here, strategy, you just got to be on the right tire at the right time. You know, I mean, you can do softs to hard. You can go on the hards if you want to around here, but the other reason why you go on the hards around here is you got taken out lap 1. That's the only reason why you go on the hards around here. As we see Jenny Gooch being stuck behind Frizy, that will be frustrating. That's the thing about here is you just got to get everything right, and the margins can be so close around here in qualifying, but probably won't be in the actual session because Austrofefa's gone second. And Pinju 5 seconds down on his lap time at the moment. Kurutakamas down on his lap. Jenny Gooch out there at the moment. Trying to improve their lap time. Abyss trying to see what he can do for the rest of his lap. Cross the line and only go 6 fastest. And a lot of these drivers have done a lot of dry practice. And sometimes here in Brazil you shouldn't be doing that. Sydney Swan goes P3. Shouldn't be doing that here in Brazil. Here in Brazil you should be focusing on dry and wet, because wet conditions around here can play havoc. You know, wet conditions are a very big possibility. Chris on the wets. I don't know if that's the right choice, Chris. Unless it's turning. I don't think it's wets time yet. It doesn't look like wets time for me yet, but it is definitely coming down here on circuit. So, such a shame it's raining here in qualifying. A dry qualifying session here at Brazil always is exciting. Probably one of the most exciting qualifying sessions of any season because of how close it is. As Sydney Swan has a big moment coming out of the corner. Frozy in P8 right now, Urban Growth in P9, and then we've got Little T, Reptile on a lap, but inside a word, I don't know if this will actually be a lap. I can't see this being a lap from Reptile. So yeah, this 25-point lead in the championship. Not much really Reptile has to do in this race. All he has to really do is just look, all he has to do is really just finish. As Chris now begins his lap on the wets. So this will tell the story if it is wets time. Might be wets time because there's a lot of drivers going the wets right now. Hartwiger on wets. Don't forget he has a 5-place grid penalty for an incident in practice 1. And we're now in Q2, Sydney Swan retires. So I'll be interested to see if the wets are a good time to be on right now. So Pinju's best lap at 19.1. Chris, 19.1. Well. Maybe Pinju made a mistake. We'll have to wait and see. Oh, this has made things interesting now, hasn't it? Made things very interesting. Depending on what this middle sector time is for Chris here. It's purple. Well, Pinju may have just made the biggest mistake of his life. Same with Sydney Swan. Because these wets are quicker than those intermediate times. Oh boy. Chris now. Coming to the line. 18-0 and Abyss is retired. I believe for the pit lane as well. These guys may have just made the biggest mistake of their lives. It's wet. But 18-0-1-4 compared to an 18-0-3-2 for Pinju, he might be okay. Sydney Swan Abyss though, I'd be very nervous. And Hartwiggy has just done something not that great. To be honest, I do not expect Reptile to try to do lap times here. My gut feeling is I think Pinju's safe, but I think Sydney Swan and Abyss need to really hold their breath. because I think Chris doing that being his first lap, and Chris could go even faster maybe. We'll have to wait and see. Little T out there on a lap time right now. Dutchy being his lap as well. Extra Thief out there. They're all out there on wet tyres right now. It is a dry race. Let's see how this all plays out in the end here. Right flap, so Jenny will get pole. Well, at the moment, Jenny's 19.2 on Inters. Depends on wet condition pace, because your dry setup in the wet could be absolutely dreadful. So here's Little T on his lap time right now. Where is Chris out on circuit right now? Chris trying to see what he can possibly do. Oscar Fifi ends his lap time. Crew to come about to start his lap, and so is Jenny Gooch. So two Renaults out there at the moment. Reptile just doing invalidation after validation. I think Hartwigger has invalidated again. Well, he's got to be careful here because he may be out of Q2. Again, it's my point of view. Little T goes P6, so Pinju I think is safe. I think Pinju will be safe. I think Abyss probably not. Sunny Swan might just make it in. But yeah, Pinju definitely safe. Unless these boys can find a ridiculous amount of time. Dutchy across the line and P8. Well, Abyss is about to be out of qualifying in a second. So Hartwig's got to start again. And Oxford Thief went to an 18.099. Slightly up, so Oxford Thief may move up here in a minute. Cruder's only two tenths off his best time. Let's see him cross the line. What can Jenny do? Jenny's 7 tenths up. Cruder doesn't improve. What does Jenny Gooch do? Only an 18.3. There you go. 18.3 for Jenny. 3 tenths off. The best at being Chris. Looks like Austria Thief lost a bit of time. He's gone down the field here at the moment. And Hartwiggy trying to see if he can do a lap. Around the corner now. What can Hartwiggy do here? Oh, big moment there. Fastest in the middle sector, though. Let's see what he can do. Hartwiggy to the line. It's not to the top. It's only P6. So one more position. And Abyss loses. He's out. Reptile retires, as expected. Chris retires. Rising 5 tenths up. But he needs to find a bit more if he wants to topple Abyss here in Q2. Here comes Fry now. To the line. It's not enough. 19.8, he has to go again. He's got to go again. He's got to find 4 attempts to see if he can topple Abyss. Here comes Urban Growth. Crosses the line. Urban Growth stays P13. Crack Blue, and it's not going to come out in time. So really, it's going to be all about, well, Fry's is invalidated, but he can slow down and go again if he wanted to. Urban Growth's another one who, if he can find a good time here, he could maybe move up 1.2 down. So there you go. Eon Baptist, I hope you're staying for the most of the session, Eon. I hope you're staying most for the session. Reptile looking like to become champion tonight. So, the broken reptile army, and Frizy now behind Oxygen Thief's disconnected car. But luckily for him, he goes straight through him. So Frizy has one last chance. Crack Blue, it's not going to get... Actually, Crack Blue might get out in time because don't forget of the time glitch that I usually... And I'll tell you, you'll be here to see the reptile be crowned, absolutely. 25 points to gap. All he has to do is just finish, really. That's all he's got to do. Especially when Hartwiggy has a 5-place group penalty. Frizy now 3 attempts up. This is looking good for Frizy, the top of the abyss here in Q2. Oh, and Frizy's in the grass. How's he held on to that? I will never know. Oh, and he's squirming all over the place. He's just trying to find everything he possibly can to get into Q2. Oh, he's struggling Fry at the moment. Abyss may just survive. But the second sector split will tell the story. Here it comes now. Jenny Goocham is up into P2, and yeah, Fry's lost time. So Abyss will just survive unless Urban Grove finds a ridiculous amount of time to topple Abyss here. Three attempts up, but it's not going to be enough. Frizy crosses the line, 3 attempts down. Lost a lot of time in the middle sector. Here comes Urban Grove. Don't think this will topple Abyss. It could, maybe. Oh, he did! Wow! Credit to Urban Grove. 119.399 and a 119.437. Well done, Urban Grove, on that lap. And Abyss is out of qualifying. It's like it always has been for Abyss in Wednesday nights, just poor. I'm kidding, Abyss. There's the results. Reptile with 11.789. Drunk driver of the night, because he actually is. Let me look at these sector times real quick. Where did he get all his time? 19.2, 19.4, 41.5, 41.6, 18.4, 18.3. So mostly in the first sector is where Urban Grove got Abyss. That's Q2 done. Q3 about to get underway. And here we go, the final qualifying Q3 here for Wednesday nights. Everyone has Inter selected, so could it dry up towards the end? It may, or it may not. So we'll have to wait and see what it may do. Dutchie and Oxygen Thief in the Red Bulls. Of course, these two started Wednesday nights in the Red Bulls, and they're in the Red Bulls once again. So, going to see what they can do here tonight. Who's going to get pole? Who knows? Who knows? At the moment, it's still very wet conditions, but if it dries up quick enough, if it's meant to dry up, who knows? Who knows? It's going to depend on what everyone does here. We see a couple of drivers stay in for a bit. It may dry up at the end of this Q3, but tough to say. A lot of drivers making their way out, except for Dutchie, but I think everybody now is getting ready here for their laps here. So Pinju, first one to begin a lap. Still a lap around the Brazilian Grand Prix with Pinju in the AlphaTauri. Turn 1 going to be the interesting story here tonight, especially in dry conditions. Drivers want to make their moves quick, and it'll be very interesting to see how it goes through Turn 1. Turn 2, very tough corner to get right, especially is Turn 3. Yeah, that first sector is a very tough part of the track, and if you could easily invalidate and lose your time. 4 and 5, you don't want to go to the right there too much because you'll invalidate your lap time. You want to get through this corner beautifully. A little bit sideways there for Pinju, but doing it very nicely. And coming up the hill here, 6, 7, 8, 9 coming up. And it's very smooth. If you can do it very smoothly, you know you're on for a good lap. And if you're not sideways, you know you're on it here. Coming through turn 10 and then coming up to 11 here shortly. Another tough part of the circuit to get absolutely right because you can lose time. You can go sideways and go in the wall or go in the grass, basically. Oxygen Thief not far behind Pinju, so he must be on a very good lap. Well, watch the end of Pinju's lap here onto the front straight. This is where the action's going to be tonight. To the line, and Pinju will do a 1:17.869, Thief with a 16.7. So that just shows you the track conditions are very different to what they were not too long ago. Crude across the line and goes P3. Who's the next one across the line? It's Little T, but we'll go to Chris. Little T crosses the line and he will go 4th. Chris will go 2nd with a 17.0. So Chris goes to 2nd place. Hartley has it validated. I still like this track. Scenic Swan goes P4. And it looks like Ervengraft may have made a mistake on his lap, so interesting indeed. Hartwiggy now starting off his lap time. Everyone's going for a second lap here. Where is Pinju? Pinju is on a second lap. He's 1.1 up on his time right now. So not doing too badly, a little bit sideways. This should put him near the top. And it's going to almost put him near the top. 16.746. Chris 2/10 up on his time. Oxygen Thief does not improve on his lap. Krudakama comes into the lane. As Chris now. Can he get closer to the top 2? He will, because he'll go to the top. 16.5 for Chris. Hartwiggy now. Little T crosses the line. And he does not improve. Hartwigger goes to the top. 16.438. Sydney Swan doesn't improve. As Jenny Gooch begins a lap right now. And please don't do that, please. Hartwiggy P1 right now, Chris P2, Oxygen Thief P3. And Sydney Swan now has invalidated his lap time. Will T now begin his lap. And purple in the middle sector. So let's see how this can go. P2, you mean? Who cares? Who gives the fuck? Little T now coming to the line in the McLaren, the second McLaren. Can he make it a 1-2 for McLaren? No, it's P5, but look how close it is throughout the field right now. Hartwiggy moves that marker, but don't forget Hartwiggy has a 5-place grid penalty. Don't forget about that, which could change the story of this race. What can Jenny Gooch do? Jenny Gooch's first lap here on the intermediate tyres. It's Only P2. Oh. Could that be a sign of things to come? We'll see next season when these two will be both in Tier 1 next season. Reptile as well, and Almighty Scrap it will be in Season 2 of FormulaOCE. Looking forward to that. Little T now lists off everybody in the pit lane. Pretty much probably putting a fresh set of intermediate tyres on. And for their final runs. With 4 minutes to go, because they can waste intermediate tyres all they like. They won't need to use them in the race. Unless the game springs a surprise with a shower or two. Which has been prone to happen a couple times. Jenny now 2 attempts up. Jenny Gooch now could topple Hartwiggy and absolutely secure that P1. Right now it's essentially Jenny Gooch and Chris on the front row. Jenny is in the first of 15s. It is 1:59.28. Jenny Gooch goes to P1. But she out there on a lap time shortly. And we'll see Sydney Swan out there as well. So drivers starting to begin off their lap times. Does Jenny go again? Jenny's 1 tenth up. So Jenny trying to see what they can do on this lap. (15.928) the time to beat. Excuse me, don't mind me, I'm just messaging on Discord. We'll stay on board here with Chris. Chris now, purple middle sector. Chris not looking too bad here at the moment. Dutchie's moved up into P2. Don't mind me, the silence there. Just messaging on Discord. Chris out to the line. Oh, it's close. 15.998. He got so close there to topping, but it just wasn't enough. Oxygen Thief out there on track. And look at the cars getting themselves ready. Hartwiggy needs to put a lap time in, because if he doesn't, boy, it could be lights out for him. Pinju goes to the top 15.8. So Pinju with a 15.844. Hartwiggy a little bit sideways. 4 tenths up. It's going to be close. It's going to be very close here for Hartwiggy. To the line he comes. He'll get to go again because there's plenty of time. Does it. 15.7. 15.7. Jenny Gooch goes again. Chris will go again. Dutchy goes again as well. Here comes Oxygen Thief. 5 attempts and goes P5. Look how close it is between the field right now. Sydney Swan up there at the moment. Kruda Karma. Little T. What can Little T do here at the moment? Can he move up? He does. P7. Goes P7. Jenny Gooch now, but Pinju slightly down, but he only needs to be slightly up to get pole. Is it enough? No, he doesn't have enough. Doesn't have enough. What about Hartwiggy? Slightly up. Slightly up. Dutchy improves P6. What can Hartwigger do? Can he get to the line in time to get the lap time done? Can he do it? Can he get on pole? Improve pole. He does a 15.6, but don't forget he has a time penalty. He has a 5-place grid penalty. Jenny doesn't improve. Chris does improve to third, so we'll wait for the last remaining runners. Kruder's out of it. Little T can improve by a 10th. Sydney Swan is into the pit lane. What can Little T do? It's going to be Hartwigger pole, but Pinju and Chris will start on the front row for the Brazilian Grand Prix. And Little T goes P5. So yeah, it's Hartwigger will be on pole, but Pinju and Chris will be first and second. Looking forward to that absolute titanium battle into turn 1. So there's the results in this one. Harley will have a 5-place grid penalty, even though it does not say it there, but he does have a 5-place grid penalty that you will see once the times are done. Pinju, Chris, Jenny Gooch, Lil T, Oxygen Thief, Royal Dutchy, Sydney Swan, Kruda Karma, and Urban Growth. There it is. And, well, time for the Brazilian Grand Prix. Dry conditions in Brazil. So, here we go, everybody. Dry conditions here in Brazil. Predictions for the race, who knows, because it's Brazil once again, everybody. Let's have a look at these tyres, because I said before strategy is going to be interesting. I'm not surprised that most of the field are on softs. To be honest, I'm not surprised. So let me just get everything up here. There we go. Pincher on the mediums, Sydney Swan on the mediums. Ignore softs to hards, because that's not the strategy unless you're not confident with your tyres. Abyss mediums, hards for Frizy. Oh, Fry, what are you doing? You know it's softs and mediums, you numpty. Reptile mediums as I expected, Flunky, and it's your boy mediums. Everyone saw sauce. It was kind of expected everyone to be on sauce because sauce. You got to be really on the pace to make the memes to sauce work. That's the thing. You got to be on the pace to make the memes to sauce work, in my opinion. That's what you got to do if you can make those work. And Chris is down in P14. When did Chris get a penalty? Did I miss that complete? I've missed that completely. What would he be? I don't know. Well, so it's going to be Pinju and Jenny Gooch. Jenny Gooch pretty much has clear track to pretty much. If Jenny gets a good start, boy, Jenny will be gone. I'm telling you, Jenny's going to be gone if good start because soft tyres and clean air here is perfect. Absolutely perfect. Pinju, Jenny Gooch, Lil T, Oxtrafif and Hartwigger. Oxtrafif's not even in the lobby. Unless he is, and he's just red Xing probably, which is fantastic. But, yeah, strategy always key around here, and safety cars can change the race completely in terms of strategy, because an early safety car, sometimes you think, maybe I'll go the hards. But fresh mediums and fresh softs around here are beautiful. Pinju versus Jenny Gooch. If Jenny can get that good jump, Jenny will be gone. So the final race of the season. Reptile and Hartwiggy for the championship, but all Reptile has to do is finish, and he's champion, and oh dear. Well. Right. It's like cloud. It was. Whatever. I think it's good. Okay, I have. Don't mind me, everybody. I'm just waiting for people to send me the grid because I'm not going through it myself. I'm I'm not gonna go and hunt it myself while I'm streaming. Oh my god. Surely someone can go back on the stream for me. Oh my god. Fuck me. Injury there. No, move that down. Where's Jenny? Jenny goes up to here. I need a little C up there. I need... That's hard we go. Beef. And it's Dutchy. Sydney Swan. Christiany. I think we're good. Alright, Fry, edit this in now for the YouTube video. Alright! Why is it stuck? Oh my... Okay. Alright. That's just great. Edit it back in now, Fry. For the YouTube video. Alright, we're back here now. At a little technical difficulty. We are here for the restart. Drivers out on circuit, about to get ready for this. The Brazilian Grand Prix, the final race of the season. And we're not too far away from getting things underway for this, the final race of the season here on Wednesday nights. But just waiting on drive. There is going to be a little wait, so everybody gets to get their what was I going to say? To get their time set, and Kipstick Flunky As Rita. So, everyone trying to figure out their strategies here. Everyone got to see who's on what, who's on where. So I'll be interested to see how things go here in this one at the moment, what strategy everyone wants to go on. It'll be very interesting to see. May see a few on mediums actually, because of what Pinju did. No, yeah, everyone pretty much on the same really. Except for a couple, well actually I believe the top 10 have to start on the tyres that they initially chose for the session that glitched. So, yeah, and Abyss down in the P11. So, yeah, it had to be sorted out anyway because Chris was meant to be P2, but something happened, and we're here where we are right now. Frozy again, hard. I don't know why. Why he's gone that strategy. And yeah, this will be an interesting race for 36 laps here of the Brazilian Grand Prix. Not too far away, everybody. So, it's Pinju, Chris, Jenny Gooch, Little T, Oxygen Thief. It's going to be an interesting race here for this one. The run into turn 1 will always be interesting, and it could always deliver some great drama throughout the field. Pinju versus Chris on the front row. Harwicky down in P6 needs to win to be champion. And Reptile to be outside the points. Reptile down in P14 is just going to stay out of trouble. Alternate strategy because he can afford to, since he is pretty much P14 and 25 points. That's all he needs. He only needs 1 point to really be champion. Well, 2, because if it is tied, Hartwig will win on a count back. So the final round of the season about to get underway here on Wednesday nights. It's Pinju versus Chris. Mediums versus soft tyres around the Brazilian Grand Prix. Jesus. Just ignore what just happened. Just ignore what just happened. We're about to get underway in a matter of seconds. Please, please. I'm losing my sanity here tonight. We should be getting underway now. The revs rise. And we're underway in Brazil. Dutchy's got a drive-through penalty. So is Hartwiggy. Well, jeez, that is just open up the pigeons and let them loose. Chris, I can't explain what's happening right now throughout the field. I just can't. But Jenny Gooch is pretty much going to be the one in P1 right now. And, oh, we've got Hutto around. I believe Hutto's gone around a few cars. It's absolute chaos in Brazil. Chris and Pinju now side by side. And Chris now goes through on Pinju. Jenny Gooch in the lead. But Hartwig with the absolute almightiest jump start I have ever seen in my life. I think I don't know who jumped the start first, because these two were near each other, and I can tell you from experience, when you jump the start and the guy ahead of you's gone, you go. Your hands let off real quick, so expect these two to come in probably straight away. No, Dutchy stays out, but Hartwig just comes in straight away. So it's going to be Jenny Gooch from Chris, Pinju, Little T, Kritakama, City Swan, Urban Growth Abyss. Oh, and Abyss almost hits the back of Urban Growth. And Reptile right now is pretty much in just a golden position for the championship. It's your boys around. And Hartwig comes back out. And he's just championship over, really, unless a miracle. Chris now trying to get close here to Jenny Gooch for a move. Chris looks like he's got some good pace here today. He's trying to get close to the back of Jenny Gooch for position. What can Chris do? 0 point for the margin here at the moment. Dutchy the leader, but he has to come into the lane. Oh, Abyss is around. And that's his Wednesday Night Blues continues. But I guarantee you, as Crackle and Lisa session, I guarantee you this probably means that Abyss will win on Sunday. Because that's usually how it goes. Chris now trying to get close here to Jenny Gooch, but Brazil's such a long race that sometimes maybe you've got to be patient, but he's got to try to get this move done here soon. In the grass, close between these two. Abyss with a speeding penalty. I'm expecting he's going to probably retire. And side by side, these two will go. Chris may have just got a warning. Hartwig gets a penalty, so that pretty much wraps up the championship already. It's pretty much over. There's absolutely no way, in my honest opinion, Hartwig can win the championship now. It's below 0% for a chance to win the title. So Chris now trying to see if he can get close here to Jenny Gooch. 2 seconds to margin between Dutchy and Jenny. So Jenny's just not on the pace here at the moment here in Brazil. Chris is getting so close to look for the move here soon. As Dutchy is in the pit lane. Here comes Chris, DRS. He'll want to get this move done. He'll want to get this move done because Pinju's coming. And I can tell you right now, if these two can keep battling, Pinju is in the golden position. So is Sydney Swan, so is Reptile. Filet in the race when they go to Sauce. Chris now trying to get absolutely close as he can to Jenny. Jenny locks up. This could end in contact here in a second. It's like Funky and Frizy going at it behind for P9 as Jenny and Chris just not enough for a battle at the moment. Little T close to Pinju here for P3. Little T, it's been a while since he's been on the podium. He'd love to be on the podium here tonight in Brazil. But Jenny still maintains the lead, and it's fascinating that Dutchy actually got ahead of Hartwig. So Dutchy showing the pace he has here in Brazil in tonight. So Dutchy could maybe still have a chance at a podium late in the race. We'll have to wait and see. Got everybody throughout the field right now. Little T, Pinju, Chris, Jenny. And now it's turned into a DRS train, which is what Pinju wants. Pinju does not need to make moves here, ladies and gentlemen. He does not. He can simply stay behind these two, or 3 or 4, because Little T's getting close. Chris is getting close to Jenny. Looking for around the outside. There's a bit of contact. Can't get it done. And Little T trying to get done Pinju, but not enough. Or Pinju doesn't need to go for this. Everyone on red. That's not what I want to see. Hopefully the stream is not lagging. Look at this. So very close between these drivers at the moment. Little T now trying to get up to Pinju here if he possibly can. And Crudas in there behind. Reptile in a great position in P8 right now for his fight to win the title. Here comes Chris. Again, just this DRS train's not helping. But look at Pinju. Saving that ERS. That's what he needs to do. Keep that ERS for later in the race as Storm Hundo goes a lap down behind. Keep that ERS for later in the race. I don't know why he's using it. You don't need to use it. keep that ERS for later in the race, because it'll help him out, especially when he is all by himself on those medium tyres. He's trying to get as much time as he can. The guys that will be going to mediums. Pinju now trying to get close to Chris, still not enough. Little T not far behind. Reptile closing in on Ubergrowth here for P7. And even Broken Reptile's just in a golden position right now. Something's happened to Dutcher. He's coming to the pits. He's put the hard tyres on. I don't know if this is by choice or he's gotten damaged somewhere. Don't know. Could be by choice because it doesn't look like he's lost a lot of time, honestly. But who knows. This came in and put the medium tyres on as well. Jenny's now pulling away from Chris here. So all of a sudden, Jenny's just found that pace out of nowhere. And is pulling away. Meanwhile, Reptile's through on Urban Growth. And the champion moves up another position. Here comes Cruder now and Little T. This helps Pinju up ahead to not be pressured by Little T, and Cruder not enough to go for the move for the time being. Chris runs a little bit wide. Oh, Pinju now trying to see what he can possibly do. Again, as I said, Pinju doesn't need to do anything. Unless a move needs to be done, that's when you make it. Chris now looking pretty good here at the moment. Pinju looking good as well. Pinju's in such a good position right now for the end of this race. Unless a safety car in the next few laps. If there's a safety car around lap 14-15, he's screwed. He's absolutely screwed. He might get close here to a move on Chris here very soon, but yeah, I tell you what, if a safety car came out right now, you'd be coming on hards. Coming out on hards, you would be. But if a safety car comes out about 14-15, as Cruder gets a time penalty, 13-14-15, you're coming in on mediums. And that will screw Pinju. Unless he decided to go hards, which you can. The mediums versus hards, very different story around here. The mediums are just such a better tyre, as you can see between Abyss and Dutchy right now. Abyss closing in on Dutchy here for P13 down the field. Chris still staying with Jenny. But boy, oh boy, oh, Chris has a moment. Crack Blue gets a time penalty, and here comes Pinju. Hartwiggy in the 10th position right now, but he has a time penalty. He is absolutely gone in this championship right now. But Jenny now still maintains this lead. Chris with that DRS. And Pinju now. Little T sitting there behind, and Cruder now sitting there in P5. Not too bad as of right now. So it's a big DRS train between the top 5. While two other medium runners, Sydney Swan and Broken Reptile, are just going to be doing their own race, see if they can gain some time in the end. Scott saying RL sends Pinju our best luck. Well, Pinju's in a great position right now in P3. And I'll tell you right now, if Pinju moves on to win this race, it'll be a very good result for him. He's stayed out of trouble, and that's what he needs to do for the next, well, 10 or so laps. He'll be coming in about lap 20, 21 to put on those soft tyres, no doubt about it. So Jenny still leads. This is really the fight to watch out for. This is just not got enough to get past Sachi at the moment. Not got enough between those two, but Chris is close, and he's going to take the lead. Chris, 9F1, looks to try to take the lead here off Jenny Gooch. He's not. He's not. Oh, there's a bit of contact, a bit of biff and barge between the two. And Jenny held it around the outside, but I think Chris is not going to have enough. But Jenny has that ERS, and that's a big story around here in Brazil. You need side by side. These two will go a bit more contact. Fair racing, and Jenny looks for around the outside. Coming up for turn 6. You're going to get a warning here, Jenny. You've got to be careful. Great racing between these two at the moment. A bit more contact. But no one's pushing the one out of the way. It's, well, Jenny pretty... Whoa, that... Oh, whoa. I think Jenny got a bit distracted there by that Mercedes. And Pinju now tries to look for the move here. Great racing between these two at the moment. And this is an almighty fight. This brings Sydney Swan into this as well. Sydney Swan could maybe on for a podium at the end of this. Here comes Pinju. But here comes Jenny. Jenny's got that ERS, remember. Jenny looks for it on Chris. Give me a fucking better camera angle. As now Pinju. Oh, Pinju's been 10 from behind. What has happened? What has just happened? Chris and Jenny go at it again. Chris now looks... I'm trying to dissect what just happened there because... Oh, Jenny almost went. If Jenny didn't hold on to that, Jenny would have been in the wall on the left. Jenny would have been in the wall on the left. And this just brings Kurita back into it. As now Hartwig's got another time penalty. Does Pinju have damage? Trying to see here. Right to get to time penalty. Can this game give me a good camera angle? No. I'm very confused what's happened there. Very confused. Because it feels like, to me, it was a concertina effect behind. I felt it was like 3 cars involved in that. Whoever was behind... Well, Kurita's here. Jenny now looks for the move. Does Jenny look for it here? No. That's hard to explain. I don't know what happened there. I would have said Little T's done something there, but then when we went on board with Little T, it felt like Little T was getting contact from behind. But here's Jenny and Chris again. Great battle between these two here for position number 1. And Chris now is back in the P2. And Chris now tries to do what Jenny did before, and not enough. Pinju may have damage. No, maybe it might be light. It might just be light damage, which can affect you. I can tell you that much. Especially from Mexico, just the lightest of damage can hurt your race and hurt you the feel of the car. So that's a weird one. Sydney Swan right now, in my opinion, is in the hot seat to win this race. And Reptile is in P6. Mind blown. Reptile could still get on the podium. We could talk to the champion, even though I thought we were never going to talk to the champion. Wow. And Little T now, oh, Urban Growth. What, 3 wide? Holy dooly. Hartwiggy goes through, Little T. That was 3 wide, and that was very weird. And I still did not know what happened there before. Still don't not know. There's Urban Growth look for the move here on Little T. Looks. It's ugly. It's very ugly. Oh dear, Frizy. No, that's not Frizy. That's Flunky. I apologise, Fry, if you watch this back. As Urban Growth, oh dear, Little T waiting for Urban. Well, there we go. Good sportsmanship there from those drivers to let everybody through there. So, all happening here at the moment. There are cars going around. There's questions to be asked because we still don't know what really happened there between Pinju and Little T. If Kurita was involved in it, it's hard to say. That's going to be one you watch the POVs back and figure out. And if there's a steward's inquiry, here comes Chris again. These two have gotten so close to each other so many times. Oh, Jenny! Oh, and that's why you don't go deep like that. But luckily Jenny held on to it. Kurita sits there behind. This is just bringing Sydney Swan into this. That's all it's doing. And maybe Pinju, but again, I said before, I think Pinju's got slight damage. And then Reptile's just shit at Brazil. I could say that because I'm good friends with Reptile. A lot of penalties up and down the board here in this race right now. It's your boy gets a time penalty. But yeah, a lot of penalties up and down the board this race. It's going to be a story, I think, of what Chris and Jenny are going to do, but... Chris is in. This must be hards. Unless it's mediums. Jenny's hit the back of Chris. And I was going to say this before. Here in Brazil, it's just tough. It's just tough. And that is hards going on. Chris hards as well. Oh dear, that's race over for Jenny. Jenny's not going to get the win unless something happens to Chris or a late race safety car. So yeah, these drivers go on the hard tyres. I mean, my personal opinion, I think it's softs to mediums. But I do say this, if you're not confident going softs to mediums, you do put the hard tyres on. And hard tyres are a bit more durable tyre at the end. But the mediums have just got that little bit more edge to them towards the end of the race. So yeah, Sydney Swan is in a real good position to win this. Really good position. Pinju has a time penalty as well, so who knows what's going to happen in this one. Look at this, Sydney Swan trying to... want Kruder's in. What's Kruder going to do? Is it going to be the hards? You can take mediums here from now if you wanted to. Let's have a look. Yeah, it's mediums. Mediums go on for Kruder. So, is the undercut better? Does Chris get ahead of Kruder, or is the overcut a little bit better here? Oh, I tell you what, the overcut has been perfect. Kruder with the absolute gem of an overcut. And Kruder now, P6, essentially in the lead once all these drivers come in. So we'll keep an eye on the gap. Right now it's 19 seconds. We'll keep an eye on the gap, but don't forget, these top three drivers will go SOS in probably about 5 laps time. So keep an eye on that. In about 5 laps time when we see these drivers come in, Jenny Goodshire makes the move here on Frizy for position. But yeah, the safety car come out right now. These top three would be screwed unless they decide to go the hards. Be tough for them. Hartwiggy will come in. It'll be medium tyres for the man who unfortunately will be P2 in the championship. But a constructors for McLaren, I think Hartwiggy will take that no matter what. So, okay, we'll disagree. Where does Hartwiggy come out? Hartwiggy will come out probably we'll just get out ahead. So, Hartwiggy not a bad position. But again, Hartwiggy's got penalties. Abyss and Dutchy. It's a safety car. No one's out. It's your boy. I'm not going to say anything. Because I'm a commentator. If you want to see what I have to say... drive through for Sydney Swan. Oh dear. Oh dear. Now, this is another thing some of these drivers could do, is the old switcheroo. They could always put the hards on and then put the mediums on afterwards. They could always do that, since it was a wet qualifying. They could always do the switcheroo here. It'll lose some track position, but they'll be on a better tyre. What they're going to do? Are they going to... Oh, Pinchy sauce. Sydney Swan sauce. Oh. Oh. Reptile, I think, is taking probably the best safe bet. I could tell you right now, well, that's just made this race very interesting. And Kruder now... What? I don't know what happened there. Did he accidentally pass the safety car? I don't know. That's just Kruder. Well, So, well, let's just ignore why the safety car came out, okay? Let's just ignore that. Yeah, I'm not going to say anything. I'm not going to say anything. I'm just not going to say a word because that'd be unprofessional of me. This is going to make the race very interesting now because, I mean, these two can make it on softs to the end. They can. But those softs are going to be really bad towards the end. Let me tell you, towards the end, those softs are going to... They're going to bleed. They're going to cry. They're going to hurt. Those softs at the end. But they could prove me wrong. They're going to have the grip advantage early. For the first 5 or 10 laps, they're going to have the grip advantage, but it'll slowly start to go. So, Reptile could win this. It could be a Ferrari 1-2, but Cruder's in a good position. So, there's the penalties. Sydney Swan has a drive-through, don't forget, for speeding under the safety car. So, gee, Dutchy could... I'm surprised Dutchy hasn't pitted. I'm really surprised. I don't know why he's not pitted. He's the owner, I can give him shit all the time. You should be pitting Dutchy and putting the mediums on. You'd have fresh tyres. Unless he wants track position, which is fair. Because sometimes you want that track position. Because track position is... Track position is what you want. You know? But in my opinion, he should be pitting for mediums right now. That's just my opinion. I can't wait for next game when I don't give opinions for tyres because I won't care anymore. I won't be a driver. But yeah, Sydney Swan will have to take that drive through soon. Reptile in a great position to win the title. And Eon, Reptile's here to take it home. Well, Reptile could get a podium. I don't know about a win. I think his teammate's in a better position for that. But boy, I think Reptile's in such a great position right now. And I think it's a safe bet for him to put the hards on. Because he doesn't want to risk going the soft tyres and then the softs just... They... for some reason go out or something, you know. Frizy comes in. Oh, what do you... Frizy might go softs now. Yeah, Fry might go softs. Because it is... he's in a good position to go soft tyres to the end here. Why is he going to the mediums? He's got damage. Where's he gotten that? He should be going softs, Fry! Softs! I'm just yelling at the screen. That's all I do. I yell at my drivers here on Wednesday nights. But boy, still, 15 laps from here will be a tough task. I don't know who's going to win this race, honestly. I do not know who's going to win this race, everybody. So stay tuned and watch the last 16 laps, because this is going to be a hell of a finish, because anyone could win this. And thank you, Scott. It's I think it's more husky because I'm just so tired of the amount of commentaries I've done for F1 2020. So I think once I take the break, I'll be back to smoothness. Once I take a break, because I've got a bit of sore throat right now. It always happens towards the end of the game life where my voice just goes. But hopefully by F1 2021, I'll be back to good form. And if you haven't signed up for F1 2021, anyone watching the stream, do sure to. And everybody, Cruder, Chris, Sydney Swan, who has to take a drive through, Pinjo and Hartwiggy. Hartwiggy could still go on the podium as well. It's unbelievable. We'll just keep you on the tyres and we'll go to penalties a little bit later on as we're green flag. Pinju wants to make this move done here on Sydney Swan as soon as possible because he knows Sydney Swan has that drive through, but Sydney Swan finding it. And there's contact, Pinju, you've got to be cautious. Gotta be cautious, Pinju. Oh, and Jenny Gooch and Dutchy now. Jenny Gooch proving to Dutchy right now he should have been on the mediums, or is he going to prove him wrong? Prove me wrong, because Dutchy looks for the move here on Jenny Gooch. Side by side, these two will go, and they're about to get a block. And oh, Dutchy, yeah. Big mistake there from Dutchy there. Luckily, he didn't kill anybody. Reptile, I don't think minds letting Jenny through. Yep, we'll just let Jenny go by. Reptile is just moving along smoothly because he knows his race is in a good position to take the title. And that's all he needs to do, is just move along swimmingly. Here comes Sydney Swan on Chris. Sydney Swan still has to take that drive through. Excuse me, as Sydney Swan looks for... Oh, Chris in the wall! Now... Oh dear, Hartwiggy now goes up to P4. I apologise for missing that. One or two things have just happened there. Either Chris is just, I don't know, just missed where he was going, or Sydney Swan is not, he's just come across Chris. One or two things have happened just then. Oh dear, and Chris... I tell you what, Chris is not going to be happy because Chris was looking for a podium. Chris was on for a podium there. Oh dear, Jenny might just win this. Jenny Gooch, I think, somehow could just win this, even with that wing damage that Jenny got a little bit early in the race. Urban Growth is around. And I can tell you right now, if a safety car came out right now, you're going to see a lot of drivers come in for soft tyres. City Swan comes in. But there might be a cloud over City Swan depending what happened there between him and Chris. If anything did happen, I don't know. I don't know. A few drivers have come into the lane, Abyss on soft tyres. Reptile, I'm pretty sure, is just going to let Abyss go. Reptile doesn't need to fight it. He's in just a beautiful position. As Reptile on Sunday will be trying to fight every position. Don't give me that attitude! As Pinju now trying to see if he can get close here to Krutakama. And can Pinju look for the move on Kruta? And gets it done. Pinju now up in a P1. So Pinju gets it done, and Pinju now's got clean air to just go. Yeah, Pinju's just got that. He can just go. It's our little T now trying to close up here. Flunky here for position number 7. And little T gets it done. Little T up in the P7. Here comes Dutchy now for the move here on Flunky for P8 and gets it done. So, wow. Dutchy moves his way up in the position. And Flunky right now gets through. Flunky now trying to sit back here at the moment. Hartwiggy now trying to see if he can get close in the back here. Krutakama here for position number 2. And there's the penalties. Hartwiggy has 6 seconds worth, so Hartwiggy not really in a good position right now. And Pinju's just gone. It may get ugly for Pinju at the end, but we'll have to wait and see how those softs will be towards the end of the race. This little T now for on Reptile. Oh, and Dutchy hits the back of Reptile, I think. And he's going to try and see if he can make this move done here on Reptile for the position. Oh, Oh, and it's back for now. Flunky's sitting there behind. So it's very close between these through the field at the moment. Chris for the fastest lap of the race down P13. As Dutchy now trying to see if he can close up on Reptile here for position. Hartwiggy 0.6 behind. Kurudakama closing down that margin. Pinju now, this is what he needs to do. Build that gap, but it could maybe hurt him if those tyres go off at the end. Who knows? Soft tyres around here, you never know. So let's see if Dutchy sends it here on Reptile. He probably will. And he does. Reptile does not fight it. And Reptile now P8. And a P8 in this race. Still in a good championship position no matter what. 6 seconds out for Kruder. So this is full position between Kruder and Hartwiggy. Jenny trying to close up on this fight as well, and so is Abyss. So how penalties play at the end here is going to be unknown. Abyss was around early in the race, and now Abyss could win. Abyss could win. Can you believe that? This could maybe win, but Pinju's got such a margin right now. I think Pinju's in the real hot seat right now to win this. This is why Hartwiggy will want to try to get past Kruder here as soon as possible to make a race of it. Here comes Hartwiggy looking for the move here on Kruder, full position. It's not going to be enough. Oh, and Reptile lets Flunky through. Reptile now down to P9. There'll be 2 points. Hartwiggy with another penalty. Well, you can count a championship goodbye right now for Hartwiggy with 9 seconds worth of penalties. I can tell you that much right now. Jeez. And yes, thank you, Scott, in the chat. Abyss now trying to see what he can do. Hartwiggy now trying to see if he can somehow make this move here on Kruder. But he just can't get it done right now. Abyss trying to see if he can make the move here on Jenny Gooch. Full position it will be. And Abyss now trying to see. Oh, and Jenny Gooch now with a penalty. That changes things up again. If you can believe that, that changes things up again. Abyss will look to make this move, and Abyss goes up at a P4. Oh dear. Well, that ended badly for Jenny. Oh dear. Abyss, I think, went a bit too deep. Came back on track slowly. I have a feeling that will maybe be looked at the end of the race. So, who knows who could win this? Who knows who could win this? Reptile down to P10, but drivers ahead of him have penalties, so that's why Reptile will be very happy with that. As Hartwiggy now trying to close in on Kruder. It's just not going to be enough at the moment. Flunky and Sydney Swan going at it here at the moment. And let me have a look and see what these lap times are for Pinju right now. It's still in the 110s, and he's still in consistent 110 zeros. That's not what Kruder and Hartwigger wants to see. He's making things. Oh, little T's out, and it's a safety car. Well, that's just changed everything. They're going to be all in on softs, except for Pinju. Pinju. Oh my goodness me. The top 5... Oh, I don't know. I don't know what you'll do. If you're P1 right now, I wouldn't pit. Unless you're not confident. It depends what everyone else does. That's going to be the thing. Because here in Brazil, the DRS train is going to be such a factor. You can hold your position, but... Oh, I don't know. Hartwig's in. Kruder stays out. Pinju stays out. Abyss stays out. Jenny comes in. Dutchy, surely's pitting. Okay. City Swan. Flunky. Reptile. The man is going to become champion very soon. Little T, what happened? What happened, my friend? Be sure to let me know what happened to you. I think you were near no one, so did you do it on your own? And boy, oh boy, Abyss might just win this now. Abyss might just win this. Jeez. But there you go. Soft tyres all up down the board. And they will all be fresh softs. They'll be all fresh soft tyres. I'm telling you, this breeds Chris back up through the field. For whatever happened to him and Sydney Swan. But some... Oh, what has just happened? Is that... What has just happened? Was that lag? I think that was lag. Okay, that has to be lag. Surely. Surely. What is going on? What is going on? What? What? If Kruder do not pit, hopefully Kruder gets that taken off. Wow. If I'm... Oh, wow. So let's remove that 5 seconds for Kruder there, because even I would get rid of that 5 seconds for Kruder, because that is ridiculous. If that's because a car lagged out. Wow. So the podium looks like right now Pinju, Sydney Swan, Dutchy. That's what it looks like right now. Jenny Cooch is back in a position in this race. My God! And if it's a massive DRS train, Reptile's going to gain like 50 positions. So will Chris. Don't count on Chris here for still a podium, let me tell you. And the big story in this right now is the top 3 have old tyres. Can you believe it? The top 3 have old tyres. And lost the rear in the wall, crash bay, magic wheel falls off. And yeah, that is Brazil for you. So, wow, what a fascinating race. This is... And we're going to have a 5-lap dash to the finish. Alright, we're back. We're back, and I think we've just gone underway, or we've just started. We're about a lap behind, so something has... everyone's pretty much clean so far. So we're back. Let me just get everything set. Do apologies for this. It's Dutchy and Hartwig, and Dutchy trying to look for the move here on Hartwig. Dutchy trying to look for moves through the field, because Dutchy could still maybe get a good result at the end of this if Pinju's tyres die off at the end. So we've got 3 to go. Oh, there's contact, Dutchy. You didn't need to do that, son. Chunky comes through. Flunky comes through as well. And Reptile up there at the moment. Chris, I think, is just happy to sit behind him. It's a DRS train. Pinju, however, is gone. Pinju's gone. So Pinju, even with the old tyres he has on, is doing a superb job. with 2 to go. So Pinju with 2 to go. Something's happened at the restart here as Hartwig looks for the Miffy on Cruder. Actually on Sydney Swan. Urban Growth has retired in the pits. Yeah, apologies that the timing boards are all mixed up at the moment, so I don't know who's exactly where. So something has happened here on this restart, surely. Unless Pinju's just doing superbly, which I think he is. Pinju with just doing a superb race right now. 3 seconds worth of penalties, 2-second margin, and he's going to win it. Unbelievable. Sydney Swan now trying to hold off Jenny Gucci, full position. Dutchie's in there behind. Reptile might get a podium. Oh my god. Reptile might get a podium. Oh. Okay. You can't script this. Pinju on the final lap, and Pinju has done an amazing job. An absolute amazing job. Hartwiggy now just trying to gain positions here. 14 seconds. Hartwiggy's gone to 5 seconds somewhere, maybe, I think. Possibly. Who's going to get on the podium? Who knows? Because I can't do maths. Anyone. All we know right now is Pinju is on target for a win. That's all you can say. As Jenny and Sydney Swan go at it. Oh, Jenny holds on to it well. And wow, this race is just unbelievable. Hartwiggy now trying to close up here on crew to full position. Dutchie gets another time penalty. But Pinju is going to take the win here tonight. Yeah, Reptile is pretty much going to be on the podium. Oh my god. Well, he's going to be forced into an interview, but at the front, it's Pinju. Meanwhile, Sydney Swan and Jenny Gooch, there's contact between these two. Pinju's going to win it, but how can you keep your eyes off this? Here comes Dutchie to maybe trying to get into it. It's going to be free wide. Oh, there's contact. Oh dear, it's chaos in Brazil. I don't know if that's affected anyone's position. Reptile's on the podium. Abyss is on the podium. And I'm done. And I think Reptile's the champion, by the way. Officially. And I don't know what else to say. All I gotta say is, I'm going to stay off the Discord Wednesday chat for probably about 5 hours because it's going to be bedlam in there. But there's, all in all, a great result from Pinju. Superb race. We'll invite our top 3 in a second, including you, Reptile. He didn't want an interview, but he's getting it because he got on the podium. And Abyss in 3rd. What? How did Abyss get 3rd? Oh boy. Yeah, I'm going to stay off the Discord for a bit, I think. But we're going to invite our top 3. No holds barred, hopefully. No holds barred. There's the results for Oxy. But, wow. That was... I don't care. It says you're free. It's free. It's whoever's set here. I don't count penalties. So, yeah. So, Reptile's gonna win in Brazil. Holy shit! Hey, settle down. Hey, leave the shit show to the chat, to the Discord, which I do. As I said, I'm not going to look at for another 7 hours. Oh yeah, I might not look at Discord till tomorrow. So, so I might start with you then, Pinju, if you are going to get that 5 seconds either way. I'll just talk through your race. It does say you P1 on track, but still, just talk us through your race. And especially what happened to you early in that first stint, because I'm still confused what happened.
Basically, so you had... Abyss, shut up. I'm sorry. You had Jenny and Chris going side by side. They were fucking battling, for ages, it was really good for me to watch. I was able to sit there, not have to use anything, be able to sit in the DRS, just chilling. And they went side by side through the first 2 corners, and it was the second corner that, I don't know who it was, but went on the curb, so I kind of backed off a little bit in case something, they spun, to try and, so I've got, more than enough gap, and Little T's seen that as... He's like, oh, I braked, so he's tried to pass me because he must have been taken, he was right up my ass and tried to he's been caught off guard and whatnot by it. So then I got spun because of that, because there was no room on the inside. So yeah, otherwise I probably would have won that race, whether or not if that didn't happen, and if I hadn't reset the track. But otherwise, yeah, it was alright.
Yeah, well, there you go. Abyss on the podium. You were spun around about early in the race, and you somehow on the podium. Talk us through it.
Lap 3, I got tricked out by someone in front of me, got massive wheel spin and went sideways, and then I basically did the same thing but put it in the wall instead. And then I thought, that was the end. But then, battling with Dutchy there for a while, and then the safety car came out, came in for a set of softs, then what? And then basically I pushed through the field, but I couldn't see Crew to Karma. Crew to Karma wasn't on my screen that entire race until I had to restart my game. So, yeah, that was that, but, I did that. Yeah, I couldn't see Crew. That's why I hit him, because I was up Pinju's ass and I was getting a falling too far back warning. So I was sitting on Pinju's ass, but apparently I hit Cruder, I don't know. Anyway, and then I restarted my game because Pinju and Tingo said I should restart so it can fix and I can see Cruder. And that fixed it. However, my AI pit me for a set of old mediums. So I would have been I think I was P4 before I had to restart my game, and then I restarted my game, came out P11 on an old set of hot mediums, and then overtook Chris, and then I was expecting to be P6 or something on penalties, but somehow I'm P3.
Which could turn to P2, but yeah. Anyway, podium, well done, and in possibly position number 1, it will be confirmed very soon. Broken reptile.
How do I get position 1?
I think your race is I think your race was probably pretty boring, because most of your race was just letting people through and just sitting back.
It was exactly that.
But talk us through it.
There's not really much to say. I was just cruising along, and all of a sudden I crossed the line and I found myself in P2, and I'm hearing now P1. So either way, champ is here. It's all good.
Oh. Okay.
And a big shout out to Eoin in the Twitch chat. Apparently he was going a bit crazy. He's my apprentice at work.
Oh, I've always wondered who he was, so now I know. Oh,
yeah,
awesome.
So big shout out to him.
Well, there's not much else to really say, really. That is that race done. That was probably much a shit show, because for some reason everything stopped on my end with 4 laps to go under safety car, and I got taken out of the lobby. So that's fantastic. But at least we got those last 3 laps. Tune in on Saturday. I believe
quickly,
it's close in the... Yes.
Thanks to Hartwigger for the hard season. It's good racing against him, and we'll see how we go next season. It'll be a good fight again.
Yes,
and
it looks like it's going to be
a goat.
Oh, so many good drivers this season. Some great battles throughout the season as well. Jenny and Chris's battle as well. If anyone wants to watch that back, because those two went side by side for like 20 laps. I think Pindry saw a little bit of that as well. So, yeah, tune in Saturday. It's F2, I believe, Championship up for grabs in that one as well. And then Sunday, no one wants to watch that. No one wants to watch Sunday.
No.
But
Everyone,
I think...
come watch me destroy everyone.
I hope Sunday is a very entertaining race, and hopefully it doesn't rain.
Yeah, fuck the rain.
But,
I'm just going to sit to dry it.
but everybody, yes, please set it dry. Everybody, thank you for watching on Wednesday nights, and we are back Saturday night. Goodbye.